Everybody, Eldridge Bell back with another edition of Let It Rip Sports Show, and has to do a review against the Tennessee Titans getting smoked or just getting beat. Let me respect Tennessee. Let me respect Tennessee. We beat the Tennessee Titans, my Oakland Raiders. And before I even get into the whole review of the game, I gotta give credit out to one of my favorite players who we drafted this year in the 7th round, Shalom Luani. Off the tip, onside kick. He recovers it. And I'm telling you right now, I said it before, he's going to be big this year. He's big time. He's going to be big this year. Shalom Luani, number 26, if you don't know what his name is. Now, let's get into the game. And I'm not going to lie, let's start off with the defense. I was nervous. Everybody's been watching the preseason games. Like, defense is getting to the suspects. Defense has been real suspect. And going against somebody like Marcus Mariota, where he's a running quarterback, just gives you nightmares. So, in the first series for Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans, I was like, oh my God, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to go down to the wire again for the second year in a row. But I got to give credit. I thought it was just noise when Jack Del Rio said the defense isn't as bad as people think it is. Because I thought it was... I thought we was going to have to blow teams out like we did last year, outscore them. But no, after the first half, the defense made some adjustments. And honestly, we were pretty much able to shut down the Tennessee Titans offense. They only got into the red zone one more time, but there were no red zone TDs after the first initial TD in the first quarter. So that was huge. Made adjustments for the first time in a very long time. Halftime adjustments actually worked. And I got to give credit to Eddie Vanderdost, because that dude is a monster. I remember when he came out, they were saying that he had a little weight issue, similar to a Mario Edwards. But if he can get in shape and he can be motivated, he's going to be a great player. And honestly, he trucked a couple of people on that defensive line. And one thing I noticed, one play in particular stuck out of my mind, is when Carl Joseph got the tip when they were in the red zone and it batted away on a third down. What goes unnoticed to most people is Eddie Vanderdost actually had pressure that forced Marcus Mariota to kind of throw off his back foot and move to his right, I believe. That didn't happen a lot last year, especially with Mario Edwards being hurt. But man, him, Mario Edwards, and Jelly, if they can continue to have that push, quarterbacks are going to be scared. And that helps out the DBs, because one thing that happens in the NFL, if you have pressure up front, that gives your DBs chance to either recover, or it forces the quarterback to have an errant throw, which leads to interceptions. Another thing that I noticed with the defense, especially the defensive line, is that we were pretty good against the run. We held the number 3 rushing team from last year to less than 100 yards. So kudos to the defense. I thought the linebackers played okay. I thought Markel Lee played okay, even though he went off the field during passing downs. I thought he was solid. Was he great? Not really, but hey, it's his first game in the league. I give it to him. Carl Joseph had a huge tip. I thought he had an okay game, but the shocker of the defense, Sean Smith. Everybody knows Sean Smith had his struggles, especially last year when Brandon Cooks went to work on him and every other small receiver who was fast. But Sean Smith had a great game tackling. I think he only allowed 2 receptions, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty big. Hopefully his mind's clear, and hopefully the defense is getting catered more to what he does better scheme-wise. But hopefully he can build on this and have a great year. So kudos to Sean Smith, bouncing back, especially with all the turmoil he's had in the offseason. So kudos to you, Sean Smith. Sean Smith. Another thing I noticed about the defense, there weren't a lot of missed tackles, and even when there were missed tackles, man, everybody rallied to the ball. That is something I haven't seen in a very, very, very long time. So kudos to Ken Norton and to Pagano. They got this team ready to go, and hopefully they can build on this, especially with, I believe Darion Collins going to come back maybe this week or next week, so hopefully we get even more firepower. We won't have Obi until later in the year, so hopefully this defense can continue to gel together, get more comfortable, and have tremendous success. Now, let's get to the offense, because They showed me some things. They also missed some plays. First things first, let's talk about Marshawn Lynch, because when we first signed him, I was worried about him. I was like, I don't know, it's been a year off. He had a growing injury last time he played. And then I saw snippets. I saw snippets of the old Marshawn in the preseason. But man, oh man, when he put on those pads and played the real game, I was impressed, especially when he trucked that 300-pound dude with the shoulder. I was like, ooh, don't be so disrespectful, Marshawn. This man's got a wife and kids at home. He can't be getting trucked by somebody less than twice his size. Come on, Marshawn. But it was a BC play. I was like, damn. That's he'll have some hurt feelings after the game. He really's gonna have some hurt feelings. But Marshawn, whew, he ran with physicality, and the thing about Marshawn, it gives a toughness to the team. And you saw that with Amari Cooper, because he got stopped on his touchdown. I believe he got stopped around the 3 or 4 yard line. Kept trucking, kept driving his legs, and he got the touchdown. So I think Marshawn's mentality of toughness is spreading throughout the team. It's permeating. So Marshawn looked good. I believe he had 18 carries for 74 yards. I want to say let's just say 74, 75 yards. He looked like he had the juice, as opposed to Adrian Peterson. Because there are a lot of people who were saying, maybe we should go for Adrian Peterson over Marshawn. No. It's only one game. Allow me to have this. But Marshawn was the right pick. Anyway. Amari Cooper. He's got 7 pounds of muscle on him, or 10 pounds of muscle. You saw it, the extra muscle, when he was on a touchdown run, and you saw it on a couple slants. But the one thing that just gets me with Amari Cooper, the man he drops the easy stuff. When they're in the goal line and they went to him 3 straight times. The first one was I believe was a slant. Should have had that one. The one where they threw a fade, I kind of understand why he didn't get that. DB just made a good play. And the third one, I'm like, man, come on. You got to make those catches. You're a primetime receiver. You got to make those catches. That's the only flaw I have with I just said his name too, Amari Cooper. If he can, I don't know if they're concentration lapses or what, but if he can get those drops under control, we can take that next step. Also, Seth Roberts, new contract, healthy, no double sports hernia. All he does is catch touchdowns. Mr. Touchdown. He had a great catch. Only one catch, but it was a great catch. It was a touchdown. Derek Carr, he looked good. The offensive line, especially the guards, Osimile and Gabe Jackson, wonderful as always. And Alexander Vidal he didn't have a really good game, but they switched to Newhouse. I thought once he got into the game, the offensive line was on point. Donald Penn looked pretty good for missing all of training camp and only playing a couple snaps in preseason. He looked good. I look for them, the offensive line and the offense, to get even better against the New York Jets, and I'll do a preview for that. Now, I got to give kudos to Giorgio Tavecchio. Yeah, Giorgio Tavecchio. Because I knew him from a couple of years ago, because he's always been in training camp with the Raiders. But I'd never really paid attention to him because we always had Janikowski. Then going into the regular season, there were reports that he needs to take a contract, restructure his contract, Janikowski that is. I'm like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Then I realized he's got a back issue. And the first thing, I'm not going to lie, how the hell did you hurt your back? It's not like you got to get hit every single day. How are you hurting your back? But don't let me be disrespectful, because kickers are football players too. So I was nervous. I was nervous about Giorgio Tavecchio. First NFL game, and man, he blew me away. First player since the NFL merged where he had 2 50-yarders, and he looked good. And he's both the left. He and Janikowski are both left-footed kickers, and he seemed seamless. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. But now, I'm pretty sure people in the Raider Nation are sitting there saying, man, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for Janikowski to come back. And you got other Raider fans looking like this, like, huh? Who? Giorgio? Because Giorgio looked good. He looked good. So kudos to him. It's been a long road. So want to round of applause to that man. Round of applause. But all in all, It was a solid game. The defense played well. The offense played well. Special teams. One of the first complete games I've seen in a very long time. So I'm looking forward to this season. It's our year, and I'm going to stay consistent. After every video, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Super Bowl! We out here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And now, please, leave comments. I'll be happy to talk about any topic that you want to talk about. Anyway, thanks again. I'm out.